Hi, I'm Shannon. Welcome to Pop and Polish. And in this video, we are doing some Stray Kids nails. These have been highly requested and I couldn't wait to do them, to be honest. So what made this nail set the most fun was that I didn't really have a set plan of what I was going to do for these nails going into the set. I just knew that I was going to watch some music videos, listen to some music, and just allow myself to be inspired along the way. I did have some base ideas for most of the nails, but I didn't know exactly what was going to go on top. That I wanted to be inspired by the music and by the videos as I went along. But I knew for the first nail, I wanted to have a black base with a velvet cat eye overlay. And then I did a jelly black syrup over top of that. And I just knew that was going to look really cool. Now, what was going to go over top of it, I wasn't quite sure yet, but I knew that was the base. So once I had that done, I just kind of left it alone for a second and moved on to the next nail. I knew I would do each nail as I was inspired to do so. So for this nail, I knew I wanted to do a black base and a chrome overlay. So at this point, I was watching the ceremony music video and I was just being so inspired by the song and the video that I knew that the nail set was mostly going to take a ceremony vibe. At first, I thought I was going to do a mix of songs and a mix of music video inspiration, but because I do that for like a lot of the other nail art I do. But for the Stray Kids, I was like, no, let's stick to ceremony. I'm feeling so inspired by the music. I'm feeling so inspired by the video. Let's just stick to the one song. So at this point, like I'm listening to the music and I'm just like, okay, hearing the hip hip hooray part, I was like, I'm going to do hooray on this nail and then time it for my short, like time it with the music so that the hooray pops up when the music sings the word hooray. I just thought that would be so fun. And it did. I think it was like a fun little surprise for anyone who was watching the short. I absolutely love using chrome powder, but it is so messy. So you see me doing some cleanup of the chrome powder here so that it doesn't just get everywhere. So at this point, I thought I was going to do the hooray in white. And then I quickly was like, thank goodness, was like, oh no, that won't stand out correctly against the silver chrome. So I quickly chose my black polish for the lettering. If you're looking at this nail for inspo and are like, oh my goodness, I could never do lettering on my own nail, honestly, it just takes some practice. Like when I first started doing lettering, I was so shaky, but honestly, it just took some practice. Plus, I've been also working on my drawing and like line art in general, like just in pen and paper, that's what I'm trying to say. And that has made a big difference too, in terms of just having more of a steady hand and doing lettering on my own hand. Yeah, if you want to get into doing letters on your own nails, just takes practice. Just practice. So yeah, how cool does the hooray nail look? I love it. So once I did the exclamation point, I then added a top coat to seal it all in. And at this point, I was starting to feel inspired about the first nail again. And I had this idea of turning the nail into the Stray Kids light stick. And yeah, so I find it much easier to paint on a matte surface. So what you saw me adding there was a matte top coat. And then I started with the center of the star. And this is really simple. It's really just lines. It is hard doing it on your own hand like this, but if you were like creating press-ons, I think it would be really easy to do. So yeah, because I'm doing it on my own hand, you definitely just see me moving my hands in lots of different directions, trying to make it easier on myself to keep the lines straight and centered. But like I said, if you're creating your own press-ons, then you would be doing this on a stand. It'd be much easier. But if you're doing it on your own hand, again, just takes practice. And this is sped up so much too. Like I was going really slow and taking my time. So if you are doing this on your own hand, just go slow, take your time, and break it down into little shapes. I was doing essentially triangles and lines. So then, of course, the last step is to create the red outline of the symbol. And that's what I did for the entire nail. Because again, I just wanted it. The idea that I'm trying to do is mimic the light stick with the sparkle and shine of the background and then the symbol over top. So that was what I did. I just outlined it in red. And again, this is just about taking your time and going smooth and steady. And once I added the top coat, you can really see the nail come to life. You can see the shine, and it really represents the light stick, I think, in my opinion. But you can definitely tell me what you think about the nail in the comment section. Tell me if you think I did a good job there. So for this nail, I created a custom gray. Again, I had just a really specific idea of what I wanted the base to look like. So I did a custom gray, and then I did a silver velvet cat eye overlay with a red red syrup overlay on top of that. And it just gives the coolest effect, I think. It gives like a glass effect. So I wanted this nail to be for the stays, and that's what it's going to say on this nail. It's going to say a stay, because this nail set is for you. It's for the stays. Are you enjoying this nail set so far? If you are, please consider giving this video a like. It helps it to reach other stays and lovers of K-pop. And also, if you're watching and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Honestly, we do fun nail art here, and it's all mostly fandom based. It's awesome. Doesn't that effect look so cool? I just love the way the like velvet shines like glass through the nail. I just think it looks so neat. And then again, because I have an easier time doing things on top of a matte coat, I just did a matte top coat there to make writing stay easier. And I tried to write stay kind of like in their style of, or their font style, the best I could. I did my best. Also, funny story, someone in my shorts comments thought I had misspelled stray and was like, oh, she spelled stay instead of stray. And I was like, no, it's stay. Stays know. They know. The people that these nails are for know. The pinky nail, I brought it back to the ceremony video. So the ceremony video, as I'm sure you know, is very sports themed. It's very athletics themed. So this is where not only did I bring in the video, but I brought in a little bit of my own personal love of sport, in that I absolutely love motorsport and I love Formula One. So I did like a checkered flag pattern here because I thought it represented sport well. The black and white represented the video well, and it was just a little nod to my favorite love of Formula One. So if you are trying to recreate these nails at home or do something inspired, remember just to break it down into shapes. Nothing about these nails is really overly complicated. Like this nail at the end of the day looks cool, but it's just lines and then coloring in squares. So if you want to do something like this by yourself at home, don't get overwhelmed. Just break everything down into lines and shapes. So I think this final nail is going to be my favorite. It is the nail that, again, it comes from the music video, ceremony music video, where the ball that they're moving around all video, that's what I'm trying to recreate here. So I started with a black base, and then I added the white lines, and part of just getting that curved line shape is going in with confidence. Dead serious. If you tell yourself you're going to do the lines well, you'll do the lines well. And that's all I did. Was I just went in with crazy confidence, being like, nope, I'm not going to mess this up. It's going to look great. And it did. They turned out really good on the first shot. So as you can probably tell, if you are a subscriber of this channel, or even if you're new to this channel, that I get a lot of my ideas and inspiration from my subscribers. So if you have a fandom that you want me to turn into nail art, let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for new inspiration. I'm always looking for new things to watch or listen to or read. So let me know in the comments what you think I should do next. And don't forget to make sure that you are subscribed so you can see if I used your inspiration or ideas or not. I always love shouting out, again, my subscribers. And of course, don't forget to tell me what you think of this nail set in the comments. Did I do a good job? Did I represent Stray Kids and the stays well? Let me know. I tried really hard. So let me know which is your favorite. And again, leave your ideas and inspiration in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.